this gonna help somebody, I feel good about that. Hey, 11-11. That's a sign. All right. What's up? Peace and light, y'all. My name is Jasmine Desiree. For those of you who are new here, please do not forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on that bell so you do not miss a vibe, okay? And if you ain't new here, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. So today I just wanted to talk about some things that helped me through postpartum depression and anxiety. But first I have to say this is just a disclaimer. I am not a medical professional. I don't have a license in medical type things or whatever. These are just the things that worked for me. So please talk to a doctor, or just really meditate and pray on what you feel is best for you. Don't do things because I'm doing them. Just do them because you want to do them, or you've been advised from a medical professional to do so. Okay, so I'm going to go through 11 things that helped me get through postpartum depression and anxiety. But first, let me give you a little bit of a rundown of my journey through these things. So I had my son during when everything was going on in the world and the world shut down, and it was a challenge before I even gave birth. It was like the appointments only I could go in, and it was pretty intense, which I understand is to keep everybody safe, but as women, our emotions is high and everything. So I had my son June 2020. Came back home a couple of days after I gave birth, and immediately baby blues. Now, from what I learned in birth class, baby blues and postpartum depression is two different things. Also, by the way, I'm a first-time mom. This is my first child. I only have one kid. Everything was just new because of being the first-time mom and just learning about everything, right? So I knew about these things before I gave birth. I really wanted to get my placenta encapsulated, but unfortunately I tested positive for, dang, I'm so sorry, I wish I could remember. I'm gonna have to insert it, but it's something that they test you for when you get close to delivery with like your gut or whatever. I really have to find the name of that, so I don't want to tell y'all the wrong thing. But anyways, I had that, so I wasn't able to encapsulate my placenta. From my research and my due diligence, encapsulating your placenta and taking it as daily vitamins really helps with a lot of different things, but one of them being helps to prevent postpartum depression, or kind of like it lessens it so it's not as intense. So I was really looking forward to that, and I couldn't do it. Anyways, I had baby blues, and I was just really emotional, and the main thing I was emotional about was just breastfeeding. I will say I was definitely overwhelmed. I was sleep deprived, and emotions are heightened when you don't get enough sleep. That's just what it is. Now also I'm nursing, and I was struggling with that. It was very painful for me. I experienced a lot of pain with breastfeeding at first before I saw a lactation consultant. I needed ointments and everything. It just was awful. And then my son wasn't getting enough milk, so he ended up losing weight. So he was born 10 pounds 5 ounces, big boy, but then he would drop all the way down to 8 pounds and some ounces, so 3 pounds less within a matter of a week because he wasn't getting enough food. And I just had the baby blues about that. Like, I just was crying every 2 seconds, It was just very, very emotional. Then that kind of trickled away. I kind of got my rhythm about like, it hadn't even been a month later, the baby blues went away. Well, another thing I learned in birth class is that postpartum depression can hit you and affect you up to 3 years after you give birth. So it's not even just right when you have your baby. You can be perfectly fine and then it can hit you a year later. You can have a 1-year-old and then all of a sudden you can have postpartum depression. So definitely, you know, if you feel like you're experiencing any symptoms, or if you're pregnant and you're nervous about postpartum depression or whatever, that's why I'm making this video, to be of help. But also, you know, talk to somebody, you know what I'm saying, like, and go to birth class and ask questions. And that's what I had to do. Postpartum depression kicked in for me, I want to say it was about November, December 2020. So this is almost 6 months later. Around that time, it was definitely a lot of things that were happening that definitely fed it. It made it worse, you know what I mean? And then also it took a toll on me not being able to be around other people. So I am so grateful to have my mother. She's an amazing, amazing, amazing nana. Like, I just would get emotional just thinking about it too much, but she's incredible. And we were quarantined together, so I wasn't alone, but I definitely had family who would have been around and friends who would have been around but wasn't able to be around. So that definitely, you know, fed into the postpartum depression. On top of seasonal depression, a lot of people experience seasonal depression as well around the holidays. When it gets cold, it gets gloomy, there's no greenery. So I was aware that I, you know, dealt with seasonal depression and the things to get through it, but it was just really intense when you're dealing with postpartum depression, seasonal depression, postpartum anxiety, regular anxiety, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot. Started November, December. I didn't tell a lot of people, and it wasn't so much that it was a secret, but I just really wanted to be protective of my energy. But I did make sure to communicate to people who I felt needed to know, who I felt would be there for me or will be understanding if they didn't hear from me, or just that type of thing. So it wasn't something that I put out there, because to be honest, I don't really think that I was aware that I had postpartum depression until like weeks later, just looking back like, okay, this is what I'm dealing with. And you know, for depression and anxiety, it looks different with everyone. So, you know, and I dealt with that. And summertime came around, springtime, it got a little better. And then I want to say it kicked back in for me again around the seasonal, you know, holiday time, and just so many things. I do feel like now, as of today, I definitely deal with anxiety. I don't feel like I'm dealing with depression, and I'm just being honest and transparent about that. I feel like I'm coming out of that, you know what I mean? Like, I have more high highs than I do low lows. So that's how I know, okay, things are getting better. And I just wanted to share, hopefully that wasn't too long of a story time. I just wanted to share some things that helped me to heal through postpartum depression and anxiety. Again, not a professional, just letting you know what helped me. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my phone and my notes. So I have 11 things here that helped me, and I just want to go through them really quick. With these things, as a new mom, as a, you know, soon to be mom, even if you're a man watching this, like, you know, fathers can experience postpartum depression too, and really these things can help anybody that deals with any sort of mental depression or anxiety. It doesn't have to be postpartum. But I just want to say, with these things, don't feel overwhelmed by thinking you have to do all of these things at one time. A lot of these things I have implemented over the years before I had even gotten pregnant. That just helped me just, you know, on a regular daily basis. So incorporate one thing and then incorporate another. You know what I mean? Like, do one thing, create that habit, give it about a week or two, see how you feel, and then add something else to it, and then add something else. You know what I mean? So for me, doing just about all of these things consistently, and I'm not saying every single day, but consistently weekly, has definitely helped to raise my vibration, to raise my frequency, to increase, what is it? Is it oxytocin? Is it dopamine? Whichever one that helps to boost your mood, to make you happier. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, let's hop into it. Y'all, I just looked at the viewfinder again and it was 11:11. If y'all have watched my videos so far, you would know that in like 1 or 2 I saw 11:11 when I looked at the viewfinder, and I've just been trying to like just check and just make sure I'm not overdoing it, because your girl can ramble, and saw 11:11. Wow. Okay, this gonna help somebody. I feel good about that. Hey, 11:11. That's a sign. All right, first thing that I would recommend, get you an oil diffuser. An oil diffuser is essentially, it's kind of like a humidifier. So you put water in, but then you add in essential oils and you turn it on and it mists into the air, and you're inhaling the aromatherapy of the oils and the oil diffuser. Do your due diligence, you guys and gals. Please do your due diligence into oils, the benefits of oils. You can get on Pinterest and look up the benefit of lavender oil, the benefits of eucalyptus oil. Look up the benefits of these oils before you incorporate them. That way you know how many drops. And then also when you buy these oils, get 100% essential oil. Like if you're buying lavender, the only ingredient in that oil should be lavender oil. So you gotta watch that, because you don't want it to be diluted with water or mixed with different types of oils, because that's not what this is for an oil diffuser. The second thing, number 2, tea. Y'all, oh my goodness. Let me tell you, I love herbs. Herbs has helped me naturally with so many things, and especially mood boosting. There's different ways to get, you know, your herb intake, but I just want to tell you, with tea and tonics, that's like almost getting, you know, herbs in one of its purest forms, because tea is basically, you have the herbs and it's marinating in hot water and then you drink it. So some of my favorite teas, yogi tea, and then I think it's called herbal medicinals, but I love the yogi tea that has the elderberry and the lemon balm. Really anything with lemon balm. I know people love chamomile too, but something that comes along with depression sometimes is brain fog, and it's just like kind of like stumbling over your words or being forgetful, just going blank or whatever. Lemon balm really helps with that. It just keeps you, you know, sharp, but it also helps to calm you down. So those are the teas I use, and then the tonics that I use, Anima Mundi herbs. In regards to the tonic, there's this tonic called a happiness tonic. You can add it into your tea, you can add it into a smoothie, you can add it into your water, and take it a few times a day. Listen to your body and you'll know what's best for you. But that tonic has helped a lot. It's so many good things in that. You will have to look at the ingredients. And then I just started taking their cerebrum tonic, which is really good for the brain, and I put that in my smoothies, which you'll see that a little bit later. Okay, the next thing, number 3, stretch, exercise, meditation. Again, releasing those happy hormones when you exercise. It helps to decompress your stress levels, and you know, you just feel good afterwards. And stretching feels good. It's loosening up your muscles, helping you to relax and focus on your breathing, just like how meditation does too. I feel like meditation, you really have to be intentional. It really causes you to tap in and to think and to put in extra work to not think about bad things, but to think about good things, and to, you know, manifest and just really focus on the things that make you happy and breathe, and you're breathing, you know what I mean? Like inhale, exhale. So stretching, exercise, meditation, and again, it doesn't have to be all three of those things every single day. If you can't exercise, even if you just get up and do a 5-minute stretch, you'd be surprised how that will help you wake up on the good side of the bed and not the bad. Meditation, you can meditate anywhere. You can meditate in the shower, you can meditate in silence, you can meditate with music. I personally love like meditation music on YouTube. Also, Janae Aiko, she has a protection mantra on YouTube, and it's really good for if you're dealing with anxiety and you're an overthinker. That's a good one too. Let's hop into the next thing. Number 4, Palo Santo, sage, smudging, refreshing the energy. I would think, knowing me, that I would have tapped into this a long time ago. But I think for me, the reason why I never tapped into smudging and that type of thing is you have to be intentional with who you buy your products from. You can't just buy your products from anybody. If somebody is very negative and they're just a bad person but they're selling sage, you should not be getting your sage from them. That energy comes along with it. You know what I'm saying? So I get my products, or the bulk of them, from Soulful Vibes Co. Yes, black owned company, women owned. They have literally everything that you need in regards to like metaphysical things, and you know, your sage and your Palo Santo, and it's really good too. I personally really love Palo Santo. Really love Palo Santo every day. It's just really good to just cleanse that energy. And they also say too, when you sage, to open the door, open your windows, let all of the negative energy out. So it's not for everybody, but if you feel like that resonates with you, you know, then do it and just give it a whirl, because it really is good to refresh the energy in your home and the energy that you're around often. Number 5, plant-based foods. Listen to me, like, please don't be stubborn and just be like, I gotta have my meat and I gotta da, 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 da. Anything in moderation is okay. I'm not suggesting that you just give up certain things forever, but if you're dealing with depression and anxiety and you're trying to get out of that, I would suggest going plant-based at least for a few months. You know what I'm saying? Take a shot every time I say, you know what I'm saying. A shot of kombucha. Let's be clear. I've been plant-based for 5 years now, I think it's been 5 or 6 years. I stopped eating meat. I remember it was like May 31st. The last thing I had was brisket, and I was like a pescatarian for a year, and then I cut out dairy. Y'all, cutting out that dairy, I feel so much different without that dairy. Like the inflammation, you know what I mean? Like it just really helps to detox you of that inflammation. But when I say plant-based foods, I don't mean processed foods. I don't mean frozen tofu burgers and Beyond Meats and cookies and chips and all of that type of stuff, even though it's, you know, vegan. I mean like whole foods, like really, and I ain't talking about the grocery store, whole foods, like smoothies and Buddha bowls where it consists of rice, avocado and beans, and you know, just fresh produce. Like, go to your local market, see what's in season, get on Pinterest, find some recipes, get on YouTube, find some recipes, and cook it up. Like, you can make it taste good. It doesn't not have to taste like grass. You know, plant-based people don't only eat salads. So you can get your seasonings, get your spices, and just really, you know, doctor it up and enjoy. You don't have to deprive yourself. Have yourself a smoothie, oatmeal, Buddha bowls, pasta, whatever it is that you want to have, where majority of what you're eating, like 80% of it, is just not processed. You'll feel a difference. You will feel a difference physically and, of course, mentally too. So this has really helped me a lot. And if I've fallen off, which I did fall off, and I hop back on, do this consistently for a week or two, you would definitely see a difference. I don't go more than 2 days without my smoothie. Like, I love smoothies. Smoothies is a really good way to get in a lot of things that you need at once. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not into vegetables, find you a really good greens powder, add it to your smoothie. As y'all can see, I add fruit, spinach, I add hemp seeds, chia seeds, maca powder. Again, look this stuff up. These things have so many good benefits. Maca is really good for alleviating anxiety and helping with your energy level. Of course, I use a plant-based milk. I add oats and protein to make it like a meal replacement. It's a really good way. And find what works for you. If you don't like strawberries, you like pineapples, you like yours to be a little sweet, use pineapples. Like, use orange juice. You don't have to do it the exact same way. I'm just trying to, you know, show you guys what I do that helps me, and for y'all to get inspo from that. So that is that on plant-based foods. Moving on to high frequency music. I'm not gonna stay on this for long, and everyone's definition of this is different, but when I say high frequency music, what music lifts your frequencies, lifts your vibrations? You ever heard somebody be like, ooh, that's a feel-good song, hey, all right, yeah, that make me feel good? You know what I mean? Like, that music that makes you feel good, listen to that. There is a lot of music out here. Some of it can bring you down. It just can be sad, you know, or just very negative. What do you listen to that puts you in a good mood? Be intentional with what you listen to, with what you watch. You know what I'm saying? Because that really does have an effect on your mood. Some of my favorite artists, just to name a few, I love, my favorite group is the internet. Like, group band within the last 10 years or so, I love the internet. I also love Cleo Soul, Snow Allegra, who else? Victoria Monet, India Shawn, Masego. Those is just to name a few. I will link my Spotify playlist below. I have so many playlists, like hundreds of playlists. So I definitely would recommend Rose Quartz, Chill Vibes, Cruising at Night, just to name a few of my playlists. But yes, high frequency music. Number 7 kind of ties in podcasts. Find you a podcast that you like to listen to. Find a podcast, listen to an episode, like read the description and see what it's all about, and listen to an episode. And if it makes you feel good, if it's good to your nervous system, incorporate that as well, because everybody doesn't always want to listen to music, you know. So listen to a podcast, and you be surprised. People on that be podcasting will have you cracking up, and that laughter cleanses the soul. That is a good one. Moving on, number 8, a spark of nostalgia. This is one of my favorite ways to boost my mood. When I say a spark of nostalgia, this is basically thinking back, and I mean way back, to things that you have done growing up, shows that you've watched, things that you've listened to, and how that makes you just feel good, just reflecting on the good times, but bring that back. Spark that nostalgia. For example, if you was a kid that always liked going to the ice cream truck, the ice cream truck, if it's spring, summertime, you hear the ice cream truck outside, I don't care if you're 34, go and get you $1 or $2 and go to that ice cream truck. You're gonna spark that nostalgia. It's gonna feel good to do that, you know. Or have your partner, if you too busy breastfeeding, go out to that ice cream truck and get you some ice cream. Like, that's just one of the things. One of the things for me would be TV shows. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Martin, Living Single, movies like Good Burger, finding old clips of One Saturday Morning on YouTube. If y'all know, y'all know. The Cheetah Girls. What else? Legends of the Hidden Temple, Global Guts, Rugrats. This is all type of shows that I grew up with, and this is a really good way to spark that nostalgia and to just boost your mood. I'm telling y'all, try it. Like, it just feels so good. Next thing, we got 3 more things left. Number 9, writing affirmations and what you're grateful for. So be intentional with this. Don't put pressure on yourself if you don't get to do this every day. Try to do it daily, but if you don't get to it daily, then try to do it most days. When you think about it, try to do it. So I got a planner and I got it custom made, and it's like 3 boxes every day. So I write, I am. So what I am: I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm safe, I'm protected, I'm beautiful, I'm successful, I'm loved. And then I write what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my mama, I'm grateful for my son, I'm grateful for water, I'm grateful for my plants, I'm grateful for essential oils. And then write I have. And because when you're manifesting and when you want things, you have to speak as though you already have them. So I have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have an abundance of money. I have, you know, this and that. And then at the very bottom, I'll write, all great things come to me with ease. You know, so just that type of thing really helps boost your mood. Expressing what you're grateful for, putting that energy out there, you get that energy back. Number 10, this is not for everybody, but this has worked for me. CBD oils, gummies, and vitamins. I had to do some research, and I saw that Charlemagne from the Breakfast Club, he deals with anxiety, and this was years ago, and he talked about Green Roads, which is a CBD line. I tapped in and I've been using them ever since. Love Green Roads. Pure CBD oil. CBD is not THC. It's not anything to get you high, but it is all plants. You know, it's from a plant, whether it's THC or CBD. And I recommend oils for if you need an instant relief. I recommend capsules if you need a reset. So if you feel like you've been dealing with something and it's not just an episode, but this is happening consistently for a week or 2, I personally love to take the capsules. 30 days, you know, reset, boom, you bounce back, like Big Sean said. Vitamin D3. So what most people don't realize is that most humans are vitamin D deficient. Vitamin D comes from the sun, and I think we're supposed to get 6 hours of sun a day. That's not practical. No one is out. I'm not saying nobody. I'm not saying nobody. Some of y'all may live by the beach, or, you know, situations is different. But if you live in a climate where you get all 4 seasons and the snow outside, you get winter, it's cold, or just even being in the house with the baby, it's not practical to be outside for 6 hours getting sun. So vitamin D, and I say vitamin D3 because that's the one that's plant-based, is vegan, that really helps. And it helps to boost your mood. Like, when you think about it, it makes sense. Usually when you're in summertime, right, you know, seasonal depression is like in the winter. Summertime is sunny, you're in a good mood, boost your mood, you're getting that vitamin D in. Then you're deficient. So vitamin D3, really helps with that. Is anything else? And then just really just taking your vitamins just in general. Just find what works for you. A multivitamin, vitamin B12 if you don't have meat. What else? Vitamin C. Just vitamins, anything. People also take, what is it called? Melatonin. If your anxiety is keeping you up at night and you're having trouble sleeping, I know a lot of people take melatonin too. Again, do your own research and figure out what works best for you. Read up on things. When you find something, make sure that it's right. Make sure that the brand is a good brand. Their ingredients, check everything. Check all of that stuff. Try it out, see how you feel, go from there. And the 11th thing that I want to tell you that helps me heal through postpartum depression and anxiety is to distance yourself and your energy from low vibrational entities. This could be a challenge, but it's very rewarding. What I mean by that is it could be people, it could be things, it could be places. It doesn't matter. Pay attention to how something or someone makes your nervous system feel. If somebody or something is activating your anxiety and making you feel uneasy from within, distance yourself from that pronto. Like, I kid you not. It really does help. It helps a whole lot. It really does. And it may not be the easiest because it could be anybody. It could be anyone. Family or not, friend or not, stranger, co-worker, a job. Like, if something is really just draining your energy and really making you feel depressed and really making you anxious, you should not be around that. Be careful and cautious of the company you keep, and because you have to protect your energy, but you also have to protect your children's energy as well. And in order to be the best parent that you can be to your kid, you have to make sure that you're okay from within. It really does start with you. Whether you're a mother watching this, a father watching this, anybody, a caretaker, anybody, it really does start from within. You have to do that. If certain music is really making you feel down, don't listen to it. If certain TV shows, it's just a lot of drama and it's a lot of action, it's a lot of violence, and it's making you feel down, don't watch it. If certain foods are, when you eat, like, pay attention, you keep eating fast food every day, all day long, and you feel sluggish after, you don't have a lot of energy, you feel down. And people, if there's somebody who every time you talk to them it's just so draining, they're making you anxious, they're making you feel depressed, distance yourself. Distance yourself from low vibrational entities and align yourself with things that are going to raise your vibration. From there, you will see a shift. So that's everything I have on my list of things that help me heal through postpartum depression and anxiety. To all the parents out there and just the people watching who's dealing with any mental illness at all, give yourself grace. Everything that you are feeling is valid, but I want you to be better. I want us all to be better. I want this world to be a better place for you and for me and for our children. So please, like I said, talk to a doctor if you feel like you need to. Seek therapy if you feel like you need to. Reach out, talk to somebody, don't hold anything in, and do what you can, whether it's on the list that I just gave or other things that are good, that will help you to boost your mood and to just be better. That's all I have for y'all today. That was just really heavy on my heart. I really wanted to make sure that I talked about that just from being a mom. You see, I'm in front of my son's crib, and it's just important. because when we're okay, we can really be amazing parents and amazing people, and raise our children to be decent human beings. So that is all for today. Please, again, do not forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on that bell if you have not already so you don't miss a vibe, and I will see y'all next time. Peace and light.